everybody, it's Jamie from Play to Learn Preschool. Thanks for joining me today. I have a quick and easy idea for making your own activity for the light table. We opened up a suggestion box type of place for everybody to leave questions and comments and things that they were interested in. And one of the overwhelming comments that we got was that people were interested in more ideas for the light table. So I thought I would share with you this really easy, cheap idea that my students loved for our light table. And it is do-it-yourself squishy bags. So I'm sitting here at my light table and I've got it turned off so that I don't look too like telling a ghost story around a campfire for you. But I'm gonna flip it on for a second to show you what these squishy bags look like. And then I'm going to make one and show you how quick and easy it is to make. So let me flip the light table on. Hi, let me know if you're here. Hello, hello, hello. It's good to see you guys. Okay, so this is, see, don't I look like I'm about to tell a ghost story, but I think you'll be able to see the squishy bags. So these are the squishy bags. Don't they look amazing on the light table? We made them in each of the 6 rainbow colors. And the cool thing about these squishy bags is that, they look amazing and they were a really great sensory material. Isn't that cool? But look what happens when you mix colors. So this is my blue squishy bag. And then look what happens when I mix it with the yellow squishy bag. Can you kind of see? I'm gonna try not to move the camera too much, but you can see the colors mixing on the light table to make green. So this is a really awesome way for kids to get the sensory input that they need to, it's visually really cool and really exciting activity. And it's also got a little science because they're mixing colors. So I'm gonna show you how to make these do-it-yourself squishy bags. Okay, so here goes. I don't know what that one is. Let's hope that one wasn't leaking. I don't know where that little dot of ink went from. Okay, to make do-it-yourself squishy bags, the only ingredient that you really need to purchase are these little floral gel beads. My Dollar Tree sells these in a jar like this for $1 near the flower aisle, like the silk flowers in the dollar store. And the way that I make them is by getting 2 Ziploc bags. You can use any size. A gallon size works really well. You could use a quart size. You want to make sure that they're really, do not get the bags from the dollar store. You want the kind that zip tight, really close, really, what's the word I'm looking for? Really securely, and that do not pull apart on the edges. Because you can imagine what a disaster it would be if the kids could pop them open, right? So to make these simple little water bead squishy bags, I should have cut this open before I went live. Whoops. It's so simple, but it was a really great activity. So you just dump the whole jar of water beads into your bag. If you're using a smaller bag, you're using like a quart size bag or a sandwich bag, then maybe you don't want to use all of them. But I am just using these, I think they're almost gallon size. So I use the entire jar of jelly beads, floral beads, and then you're going to squirt a little bit of liquid watercolor into the bag. If you don't have liquid watercolor, do not stress about it. You can use regular old food coloring. For the secondary colors, you just need to mix it a little bit to get it right, but don't stress if you don't have liquid watercolor. Although you should get liquid watercolor, it's like my favorite art supply. Anyway, we're just gonna squirt a little bit of the liquid watercolor into the bag, and we'll seal it shut, get most of the air out of it. See that? And then just mix them up a little bit. This is the same process that I use to make those rainbow water bead sensory bottles. It's the same thing, but we're just putting it in a bag. Now, you and I both know that this is not secure enough for a bunch of preschoolers to play with it. So I actually double bagged all of our squishy bags. So just have a second gallon size bag. And I put this one in it. I didn't want it to slide down, so I'm gonna tape this, the inside bag to the top of the outside bag, just so that it doesn't squish all around in there. just gonna use a little bit of Scotch tape, but you could use packing tape or anything that you want. So I'm just kind of like getting it situated inside the outer bag. See that I just kind of taped it so that the second bag won't fall down. And then again, I'm going to seal it shut, get all the air out, most of the air out. And then what I did for my bags is, because I really didn't want them to leak, I put a duct tape border around the outside of my bag to match the color of the water beads on the inside. So you can make them as secure, you know, as you want, or you can take the chance if you want to see if they could really get into them. Oh, this is gonna be loud, sorry. But we just took 4 pieces of duct tape. And of course I have like 100 colors of duct tape because I've got 3 tween girls, or a teenage girl and two tweens, so they're all into duct tape crafts a few years ago. Anyway, and we're just going to put that on the top and then fold it over to seal up, you know, the edge. You might want to do it twice just to be certain. I didn't cut that very easily. And that's all I did. And so then I made 6 of these squishy bags. One for, Carol, that is a good question. Carol's asking, do I throw the bags away or keep them from year to year? I think I keep the rainbow bottles. You know, the water beads that are in those rainbow bottles. We've used those for, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, and they're totally fine. But these, ooh, sorry, I could never do like a live like show for real. I'd be like dropping things, and these I'm not 100% sure that I trust them not to leak. So I guess play with them for a little bit and see if you feel like they're not gonna leak. As long as no one has touched the water beads, they won't get gross, you know, in the bags. It's just kind of a matter of if you trust that it won't leak or not. I'm not sure if I trust it, so we'll see if I keep them, or maybe I will keep them, and who knows how they look next year. I don't know. They got played, I mean, they were played with really aggressively. The kids were stacking them and overlapping them here at the light table, so they look a little worse for the wear after playing with them for a week or 2. I don't know if I would use them again next year or not. That's probably not the very Earth Day thing to say, is it? So, I would think, Lindsay, these would be perfect for 1-year-olds because you can't really let them play with water beads loose, right? Because they'll eat them, and that's not safe at all. And there aren't very many sensory materials that are perfect for 1-year-olds, but these, I would think, would be awesome because they could crawl on them and touch them, and they're not going to be poking at them like my preschoolers were to try to get a hole in the bag. I told them, do not try to poke holes in these bags, and I still see them over there like. I would think 1-year-olds would love these. You could put them all over the floor and almost do like a little, you know, like a little crawling obstacle course for them. So I can repeat the ingredients. It's 2 simple ingredients. I'll recap in just a second. I'm using clear floral beads from the dollar store and a little squirt of liquid watercolor. Let me finish this and I'll show you. So it's just really 2 ingredients. You could even add a little bit of water into the bag if you wanted to, you know, make it a little bit squishier. It's really up to you. I've also heard people put clear hair gel, also from the Dollar Tree, in the bag to make it a little bit thicker. It's really however you want. It's not an exact science. Play with it. See what kind of a consistency you like with your squishy bags. So, okay. I'm a little bit faster making them when I'm not talking. So there's my orange squishy bag. And I'll show you what it looks like on the light table. Ah, it's so hard to see. Let me see if I can show you. Can you guys see that? Isn't that amazing? And then look what it looks like if I mix orange and yellow. Isn't that so cool? Or if I mix like yellow and purple. They're so cool. Can you see them? Isn't that amazing? Can't really tell if you can see it or not. The light table's tricky. Okay, sorry. Oh, hold on. Okay, so the ingredients were simple. Oh, now the camera's shaking. It was just these clear floral beads from the Dollar Tree, and I put them in a Ziploc bag with a little squirt of liquid watercolor. If you don't have liquid watercolor, you can always just use regular food coloring. No big deal. So you just put it in a Ziploc bag. I secured the edges of the bag with some duct tape, and we have one for each color of the rainbow. So the kids can mix them up on the light table. They can practice, you know, their primary colors and color theory. You could put them at the window. Somebody suggested they'd be awesome with 1-year-olds. You could put them on the ground and let the kids crawl on them. They feel amazing. They're pretty sturdy. I've had 2 classes of preschoolers playing with them pretty hard, and so far, no leaks. Anyway, it's just a really simple do-it-yourself idea for the light table. I love to make my own things for the light table because I find that some of the commercial light table toys are really overpriced, and I don't like to pay too much for something that I'm only gonna have out for a week or 2. So I buy liquid watercolor at the craft store. I've learned that the people who work at the craft store do not always know what liquid watercolor is, which is really a shame because it's nice stuff. This is the one that I got at my AC Moore, and the employees, some of them at AC Moore, did not know that it existed, but it does. It's over near the regular, like, professional paints, kind of near the bottom at my AC Moore, but they have all the primary colors, or all the 6, you know, the 6 main colors there. If you want some cool colors like tangerine and hot pink and gray and lime green, then you probably want to order it from Discount School Supplies. So that's where I get my liquid watercolor, and it's so easy, right? And cheap and fun for the kids. So that's my idea for you today. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a fun day playing and learning with your kiddos, and we'll see you next time. Bye, you guys.